to my review for Moana. So, Moana is a new Disney movie starring Dwayne Johnson, and it follows the story of Moana, who is a princess on an island that is dealing with a lot of issues with the what's happening on the island. There's this black mysterious figure that's going around and ruining a lot of things. So in order to try to stop this and try to make it better for the people on the island, she has to travel across the sea to a demigod named Maui, who is the only person that can fix it. So, I'm not going to give away too much more than that because the trailers to this movie were very, very vague. And because of that, I don't really want to say too much, so you can go in really not knowing too much about this movie. So, Moana is a movie I was actually pretty excited for. I mean, earlier this year, Disney came out with Zootopia, which is one of my favorite movies of the year. It's fantastic. I bought it on Blu-ray. I wouldn't buy a movie on Blu-ray unless I thought it was amazing. So it's made by the same people who did that, so I was super excited. Also, the reviews for this one have been glowing. Rotten Tomatoes right now has it as the highest reviewed film of the fall season, which is absolutely insane. So I was super duper excited about this one, and I gotta say it let me down. Moana is not a bad movie, but it's not a great one either. It's a fine movie. Now, starting with the goods, the animation is absolutely stunning. It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, Disney is getting closer and closer every single year to having realistic animation that looks so fantastic. It's amazing what they're able to do, and Moana is just an example of that. The animation in this movie is stunning. It's beautiful. It looks fantastic. And a lot of the shots of the ocean, I mean, just the small details, they all look so great. And also, a lot of the character designs, there's a lot of creatures and a lot of, there's even like a giant lava monster, look absolutely fantastic. And also, the voice acting in this movie, too, is great from every single person. And a lot of the characters are also very interesting. Maui, voiced by Dwayne Johnson, who did a fantastic job, by the way, is a very interesting character. You want to get to know more about him, and the more and more you learn, the more and more interested in his character you get. You learn a whole lot about him, and he's got some very fantastic backstory, and even, like, the characters, he has some tattoos, and they interact with him and move around, which was really cool. And also, the actress who does Moana, she did a really good job. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because it's a Hawaiian name and I don't really know how to pronounce it, but she did a great job. And also, the music, too, in this movie was very great. It very much fit with the movie, and it was very well executed. A lot of if you just listen to the lyrics, what they're saying really fits with the characters and fits with what's going on, which was really nice to see on screen. However, Moana also has quite a lot of issues. It's practically hits every single cliche in the Disney book. I mean, if you thought, okay, so this is how a Disney movie starts, this is the middle of it, and this is the end. That's exactly how this film goes. Every single plot point that you find in an average Disney movie is seen here. And that was very disappointing, because earlier this year, I already mentioned, Zootopia came out, and that movie had absolutely no cliches practically. Sure, it had a few here and there, but it wasn't like this overly cliche movie, and it had a lot of social commentary and a lot of parallels with our history, which is very unique and very nice to see on screen. But Moana doesn't really have anything going for it. It has a moral that we've seen millions of times on screen before, especially in Disney movies, and it doesn't really have any social commentary at all. It's just a fine movie. And I also gotta say, something that really annoyed me was another Disney cliche. A character towards the end of the movie leaves somewhere and then comes back, and it's done in the most moronic of ways where a character changes his opinion like that. So very annoying, but I mean, that isn't really like the biggest issue in the grand scheme of things, but that was something that really stuck out with me in the movie. And all in all, I gotta say, Moana is an okay movie. Also, the jokes don't really work, which again was a huge disappointment. A lot of people in my theater were just very silent throughout the movie that weren't really laughing, and it's disappointing when a movie tries to hit a joke every 2 or 3 seconds, or at least that's what it feels like. So that concludes my review for Moana. I gotta say, it's a fine movie that I give probably a 6 out of 10 to. Alright, that concludes my review. What did you think of this movie? Comment in the comment section below. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.